Okay, do you remember the classic Looney Tunes with the coyote that kept blowing himself up with Acme gadgets? Well, our next guest inventions, they're not going to explode, but they're just as wild and silly as anything out of Warner Brothers. Matty Benedetto is a self-taught product designer and is the creator of Unnecessary Inventions. It kind of blurs the line between art and tech and comedy. And thanks for coming on the show today, Matty. So I'm dying to know, how did you get the idea for doing all these crazy inventions? Were you just like watching YouTube, laying on your bed and your phone fell on your face and you thought, okay, that's not going to happen again?
So it sort of has been going on for the past like 10, 15 years of my life. I would have these ridiculous ideas. And as a product designer, I've designed what I call my necessary inventions that actually pay the bills. And so I would have an idea and I would find a factory overseas to manufacture it. I would get just the one sample of it, see it in my hands and be like, okay, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And I'm never going to actually manufacture this and sell it. So then about a year ago, I purchased a brand new 3D printer that you can see behind me and just started slowly making some of these random ideas I had and started putting them out on the internet. And people just seem to really love them.
Okay, well, show me one right now. What do you have?
Okay, so let's see. I've got a few here. This is one of the ones that kind of went viral. One of my big first viral hits. It's called the Cuisine Curtain. So everyone hates when someone is chewing with their mouth open. So you simply slide this invention right up into your nose, and that person can now chew with their mouth open as much as they want, and now no one will see it.
Practical, I think, maybe.
Well, that's one distinction you have to make is I call them unnecessary inventions. They can be useful. They aren't called useless inventions. So I tried to design all of the products to have some sort of functional use behind them, but at the end of the day, they're probably going to be pretty unnecessary for you to actually own.
Okay, there's one that I saw that I thought, okay, my son is out of Legos, but I thought I would have loved to have had the Lego socks.
Yes, so it looks like just a regular sock, and then I designed a full Lego board at the shape of a foot, so that as you walk around the house, everyone knows that excruciating pain of stepping on a Lego. For some reason, it is just way more painful than it needs to be. So with these, you would just step, keep walking, and you would never know that you stepped on that Lego.
Okay, now can you make one that will pick up like little Hot Wheels cars too?
Maybe a track, and then it'll just sort of ride you right into the kitchen.
Exactly. The tear rings. Instead of earrings, we have the tear rings.
This one was also a big hit. So basically, they are earrings that you attach to your ears, and they have little rolls of toilet paper on them. So, maybe you're watching a sad movie, you're at a wedding, you have these on, just pull it across, and you can dab your eyes down. Maybe get a little boogers out of there, rip it off, and, you always have it right there whenever you need it.
Well, think about this. I mean, men used to really carry handkerchiefs. So what inspired you to come up with the tear rings?
That was actually a fan submission. So now through the audience that I've built online, people will send me ideas. And this was one of the ideas that they had sent in. They sort of send me just a general concept. I believe they sort of just said, I'm always watching sad movies and I need to have toilet paper with me right there whenever I need it. And so this was what I came up with for that one person who sent in that idea.
The tearing. Okay, now I do have a confession to make that I think that Crocs are probably the ugliest shoes ever made in mankind. Yep. I mean, if you have a date, you should never wear Crocs. Okay.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, so now you've done something with Crocs that are a little bit different.
So I took, and also got me into a little bit of hot water, but I took sort of the overall look and idea of a pair of Croc shoes, and I reimagined it into a pair of gloves. And so kind of taking, I guess, the somewhat utility of a pair of Crocs and turning them into maybe some gardening gloves. Something that I'm not really sure where you would use this or why, but they exist now.
Okay, and then we have something called the Crispy Case, I hear?
Yes, so this was actually an invention I made in collaboration with Bud Light. And so it's an iPhone case. You can carry your iPhone around, but sometimes you want to talk on the phone and hold your beer. So you just simply fold down the case, and now you have a cup holder to hold your beer, talk on the phone, all in one hand. Pretty handy, and it folds right up. Kind of inspired by those more vintage cup holders that you would find in a maybe an old truck that would just fold down.
I actually know people who would probably use that, I'm sorry to say.
Yep, that's sort of the one thing I enjoy is whenever I post an invention, either I get someone tagging their friends, their uncles, being like, oh my God, I know that you need this in your life. And that's sort of the fun part of just creating the conversation when I put out these inventions is what I really love about it.
Now, was there anything that you dreamt up and you thought to yourself, okay, this is so harebrained, I'm just going to put it out there and I'm not really sure people are going to respond to it, but then suddenly you see it's blowing up on social?
Yeah, so for some reason, all of the ones that I end up probably hating the most once I'm done with doing making the photos, the videos, always end up doing the best. And one of the ones that did the best was called the bubble bursting belt buckle. It was basically a belt buckle that had a two rotating things. So when you get your Amazon packages and you just have way too much bubble wrap, you stick it in the belt buckle and it'll just go and pop all of your bubble wrap for you. And a lot of people were a little triggered that they weren't able to do the individual bubbles by their hands.
You know what? There are a lot of people who do that. I mean, the box comes in and they sit there and they have to. And so,
every bubble.
So what's next for the unnecessary inventions?
I'm pumping them out about 2 to 3 a week. So I have one over here. I've got about 3 of them within my vicinity that'll all be coming out the next week. It's always a secret. I can't let all of my secrets out too soon. But yeah, so I'm just constantly putting out these products, putting out the content. I've been working with brands more, kind of collaborating with them in their marketing campaigns. I did launch a few of the inventions for sale for Christmas, as well as a book called 101 Unnecessary Inventions. So it's just kind of riding the wave and keeping the momentum going. Okay,
I have something that I'm going to ask you to invent for me. Okay.
Okay.
I see you, or maybe you already have. I see you're wearing the AirPods, and they're expensive. Okay. Yeah. And if you lose one, it's still going to set you back like $80.
Yep.
So I'm constantly losing the one. Okay.
I did invent, I have a few actually. Well, first we have the Megapod, which is a giant AirPod. So if you just want to carry around one giant AirPod, I've got that for you. I also created the Tether Pods, and that is an iPhone case with a very convenient string that then attaches to both of your AirPods so that you never lose them and they're attached to your phone at all times.
Okay, but if I have strings attached to my phone and on my AirPods, don't I already get them free with my phone?
Now you're getting the point.
Okay. Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate having you on the show today, Matty. And if you have an invention, get your butt and gear already. Put together what it is, how it works, how much money you need to get your invention off the ground. It's never been easier to put money together for your ideas thanks to crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter. And if the community likes your pitch, they just might bite. Kickstarter has managed to raise more than $4 billion for entrepreneurs. And not bad for a little internet website. Hey, thanks for watching. Now, a few things. Don't forget to click the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for more digital know-how, check out all these other great links.